I'm your host, Logan23. Join me for Vampire Girl 2, Chapter 2. Isn't it obvious, Ari? It's you, of course. Me, but what my father and I are doing isn't just about freeing your people, Ari. It is about saving them from extinction, having all magic, saving all magic and saving ourselves. And we need you to do it, whether you believe me or not. You're the only one who can help. So, what do you say? Will you help me? If I join Asher and Lucian, I'll be taking the side of the Fae in the war. I'll have to fight against the Isle of Inferno, against Finn and his army. So many innocent people were killed at Stonehill, like Dazen. But if Finn did try to kill the king, then things are more complicated than they seem. When it comes down to it, the choice is clear. I have to save these people and their magic. I have to bring peace to the land. Maybe one day I'll understand why Finn did what he did. I'm not sure. If all of this is true, then I don't think I have a choice. I can't let innocent Fae die or let magic fade away. Tell me everything, okay? You sit with Asher as he explains more about the magical life force of the Fae, the effects of the slow death of their magic on the world as well. The weight on your shoulders feels overwhelming, but you know you need to take in as much of the information as possible. Tell me more. Why am I the only one who can save magic? Asher rises to his feet and walks to the door, glancing back over at you over his shoulder. I'll leave the explanation to the expert, but in the morning, yes? You were kidnapped, beaten, fainted, revealed to be a royal of another species, and over-explaining about the apocalyptic crisis you have to personally solve. It seems like enough for one rather long night, but for now, get some rest. I promise nothing will happen to you here. You're not only important to the cause, but precious to me. He scoots closer and draws up his hand, as if to caress your cheek, but stops suddenly, as if he's caught himself in a mistake. It's uncharacteristically sweet. Ah, but you're precious to a few other demons, aren't you? I hear you and Fenris have been a bit cozy. Your face flushes red, bright red, technically. The contract unbroken, you do still have to marry a prince of hell. Any prince, even. Asher, can you hurry up and leave? It seems like every time we chat, I end up with a stroke of awful luck. So, get a move on, please, before a meteor comes crashing down on my head. Grins broadly, but in typical Asher behavior and fashion. It seems like an act. You wonder if you should really be this comfortable around him. Right, well, I'll be here in the morning once you wake. You'll arrive after I wake? Seems counterintuitive. Just wake me up, won't you? Alarm clocks are a silly Earth novelty. Finn likes to rise with the dawn, so I hear. I rise when I feel like it, and in my care, so shall you. Boy, that would be nice. God, what an ass. He would be the guy who would think the world revolves around him like that. What? No, it's just nice to get up whenever your body feels like it. And I'm a person who doesn't typically like sleeping. Somehow, his ridiculous proclamation is endearing. This playful, cocky Asher feels more like the one you thought you knew, before the truth came out about his allegiances. He takes his leave of the room, and you settle into the plush bed, grateful at least that your prison is comfy. Eventually, you drift into a fitful sleep, tossing and turning through the night. When you finally wake up, Asher has already let himself in and is using your mirror to rein a strand of hair back into place within his perfect coif. You rub your bleary eyes and yawn before pulling yourself out of bed. You're up early, I think. Indeed, I wanted you to talk to someone who knows everything there is about the Fae, and she's been waiting for her appointment since dawn. Bit of an overachiever, I'd say. I guess now's as good a time as any. Well, I can go get anywhere. Bring in the expert, Asher. Does the expert come with coffee? He peeks into the hallway and gestures for someone to come inside. Madrid steps back into the room, nodding politely to you both as she enters. Ari wants to know more about her role in this. Can you explain your magic to her? Madrid nods, settling into the seat he left. I'd love nothing more. What do you wish to know first, Princess? Well, I was wondering, where does the Fey magic really come from? How am I supposed to say Fey magic? Why is Fey magic dying? Ooh. Madrid sighs sadly, bowing her head as she speaks. Magic comes from the spirits. They are called Riku, Wadu, Terran, Zira, and Yami. The bloodline of the High Fae has always been closely tied to the spirits. When the last High Fae in this world died, the spirit known as Yami died with her. He is the balance between spirits, and all of them and none, life and death. She looks sad as she speaks, recounting the beginnings of her people's decline and the murder of their royal family. What happened to the other spirits after Yami and the High Fae died? They weaken and now slumber, locked away with their keepers. The chosen keepers of these spirits are called druids. They are quite revered and normally powerful. As the spirits sleep deeper, the power of the magic fades. Soon both will vanish altogether. But how can I wake up the spirits? It sounds like they need Yami and he's dead. Hope is not yet lost, Ari, because not all High Fae perished. Your royal blood can revive Yami. He will be born anew, and the spirits will awaken. This I truly believe, and so do a lot of us here in the castle. We believe in your destiny. In you. For a moment, she looks hopeful. To Madrid, you stand now just for freedom, but for life itself. And that can save the Fae? If I'm really able to bring Yami back? Yes, with our magic, we will survive, and we can fight back. We will have hope again. You sit back and absorb all she's told you. But after... Well, I'm actually curious about... I'm only half Fae. I was kind of curious about what happens after they wake, but... It should. Your blood is more powerful than normal Fae. I doubt your human mother will be an issue. Should. Doubt? You've done all this over pretty good guess? You are our only hope, Ari. With your father dead and the High Fae long gone, no one else has any chance. You nod, it seems like you have no other choices, and neither do the dying Fae people. What do we do? If losing your magic is killing you, there isn't any time to waste. Madrid gives you a warm, radiant smile and gets to her feet. I will make preparations. We should go first to the Air Tribe, so they can understand that the Midnight Star has returned to us. She leaves and gives Asher a bewildered look. The Midnight Star? Another thing I need to find. Is that me? Is that Yami, or what's left of him? Is that me? It's one of Yami's titles and yours. The two of you will forge a sacred bond. Together you are the Midnight Star. You sigh, rubbing your eyes with one hand as the truth settles in. I'm a High Fae priestess, destined to revive a dead spirit to save all Fae from extinction. It all sounds crazy, but it'll maybe probably work at best. So, how do we get to the Air Tribe? In style, Ari. We are going to get there in style. Okay, no, seriously, you smug prick, what? It takes you back to the cavern in which the castle sits. There you find Madrid and Dirk waiting with three fierce beasts. All of them have the head, wings, and four legs of an eagle. Their body and back legs are a lion's. So... a griffin? Question mark? Are those... or am I envisioning something else? Oh, look at that. I was right. Yes, griffins. Aren't they just darling? She pats the neck of her own, climbing up onto its saddle. Dirk follows her, swinging a leg over the massive beast's back. The other two eye you cautiously. Their sharp eyes seem to track your every move. They look hungry. Nope. Hell no. I am not going near those things. Oh, nonsense. It's perfectly safe here. He helps you onto the white griffin before joining you on its wide saddle. You catch sight of its snapping beak and wince. Silently, King Lucian approaches on the back of a stoic black griffin, but he and the beast don't bother to acknowledge you. Can these things really fly? They're huge. Single claw on the griffin's paw is as long as your hand, but they have impressive wingspan to match. They can, don't worry. I won't let anything happen to you. He puts his arm around you to take the reins. Finally, I get you all to myself. Alrighty, back to flirting. I should shut it down. Do you kidnap all the girls you like, or just me? What can I say? You're special. That's sweet, but it sounds like I'm all lined up to be queen of the Fae. I think I might be too good for you. Oof. He laughs at you hear King Lucian's grunt of disapproval as he leads his griffin past where you stands. It is time to go. Lucian's griffin bolts forward and hurls itself out of the cave and off the mountain, rising gracefully on the black wings as it soars into the sky. Madrid and Dirk follow on their own mount, leaving you and Asher sitting alone in the cavern. We're going on a trip in our little griffin. How did we make it go? Asher pulls the reins and the griffin leaps forward, diving off the mountain. You're pushed back against his chest by the rush of the wind as the griffin plummets, only to catch itself as it spreads its wings and soars. Whoa, this is amazing. With only the strange beast beneath you, it almost feels as if you're soaring on your own. Asher's arms tighten around you as he glides the griffin to follow his father's path. How do you like your first flight? I've never felt more alive. This is, well, it's beyond words. It's an amazing feeling. I never get tired of it. He guides your mount expertly, and the griffin gives a contented chirp as it races to catch up to the others. You gaze ahead, and a floating island comes into view. This is so awesome. Oh. There it is. Welcome to Air Island. A forest can be seen as you begin your descent, surrounding a distant mountain peaked with snow. As you land, you see the houses that have been built in the massive trees. Hey guys, I hear Choices is copying artwork of... Now shut the hell up! Or Chapters is copying Choices, excuse me. An old Fey man with a long white beard waits where your griffins come to rest and strides furiously towards your group. Madrid Duck, you are not wanted here. His gaze goes to Asher and King Lucian, and his face twists in disgust. How dare you bring these creatures to our tribe? Oh, right, vampires are the guys who slaughtered and enslaved their people. Madrid slides from a griffin and explains patiently. They are on our side, Norin. They have found her, the Midnight Star. She gestures to you and the small crowd of Fae that were keeping their distance, all whisper and murmur to each other. The last High Fae. She looks too human to be of any use. You sink down in the saddle as she stares at you critically. We have little choice. You may all stay 3 days. If she can revive Yami, we will reassess. 3 days? How do you even get ready to summon a dead spirit? Madrid, take her to the guest house. Dirk, you and I will find a place for our other guests. Madrid nods, helping you down off your griffin. You give Asher one last look before she leads you away, and he gives you a reassuring smile and a farewell. As you walk, she speaks to you about the island. The Air Tribe are the scholars of the Fae. They keep our records and tell our stories. That man seemed angry, even when you told him who I was. They are a very peaceful tribe. Norin does not want a part in this war. He knows what you are, but he has his doubts. Hey! I love the flowers. She leads you to a bright, airy room, within one of the trees. It's spacious and well kept, with wide windows that show the forest outside. I was a little worried that the guest room was a code for dungeon. Madrid laughs and shakes her head. As I said, the Air Tribe are peaceful people. They mean you no harm. Puts a comforting hand on your shoulder, then turns to leave. Get some rest. We will call on you tomorrow. Wait, I still don't know how I'm supposed to bring Yami back. You will, when the time comes. Try not to worry. She leaves and you hear a lock turning as the door closes. Nice room or not, I'm a prisoner once again. I mean, would you think they were gonna let you run away? They may be peaceful, but they're not ignorant. Left alone to your thoughts, you begin to worry about what's to come. I can't just let them trap me here and wait. I need to explore the island so I can escape if needed. If Asher is okay, find Finn and tell him what's happening. I don't think any of these choices are really gonna matter, but let's go with it. Explore the island. I can't just stay here while they decide what to do with me. What if I can't bring Yami? I'm useless, a human who's friends with their worst enemy. Yes, but they're also not tribesmen who are gonna kill you. I think they just say leave. Think about your mother back home and poor Es, who would truly never understand what happened to you. That's it. I need to get out of here. You gently try the door, but as suspected, it's tightly locked. I guess there's only one way out. Holding your breath, you try the windows. Why do you have to hold your breath to try a window? What are we in, Atlantica? Like, seriously. One slides open, and you can fit through the space to climb down the rough tree trunk of the tree to the corral below. You know, you just symbolized. I'll never cover enough ground on foot. I need one of those griffins. You manage to sneak back to where the griffins are resting without being seen. The paths seem empty after your arrival. The white griffin you rode on hisses as you approach, bristling with suspicion. Hey, shh, it's okay. You and I are just gonna go for a little fly around the island. The griffin shrieks as you approach, clawing at you with its talons. You feel them rake against your arm, drawing blood. Somewhere behind you, there's a commotion as people take notice. It's okay, I won't hurt you. You take another step towards the griffin and seems to settle, watching you nervously as you inch closer. It's really scared. I should approach very slowly. Move very slowly with your hands out, ignoring the pain in your arm as you approach. The griffin eyes you suspiciously, but begins to calm, relaxing its wings as it stares at you. That's it. You're just a little shy, aren't you? The griffin squawks nervously, but remains still. Finally, you're close enough to climb on its back, and it bolts towards the island's edge as the voices draw near. Go up! The griffin continues to plummet, flying straight down. You yank on its reins to help level it out, and it lurches wildly, knocking you sideways, so you're dangling by one of its leather stirrups. Whoa! As you begin to reach for the strap, you see it tearing with the strain of holding your entire body. A moment later, it snaps. No! You fall, and the wind howls around you as you plummet towards the unknown earth below. The air rushing burns your eyes, and tears run down your cheeks as you shut them tight. I can't look. You think of Finn, wonder if he'll ever know what truly happened to you. Suddenly you feel strong arms wrapping around you, and your free fall stops. Finn? You open your eyes and find Asher grinning down at you, riding on the back of his father's griffin. Not quite, love. You fly higher, circling over Air Island. Asher pulls a handkerchief from a suit pocket for you to hold to your bleeding arm. What were you thinking? You could have died. I was thinking I'd come back for you eventually. I needed to get out of here just for a moment. I couldn't just be a prisoner, waiting for things to happen to me. Asher sighs, crushed by regret. I never wanted you to be a prisoner. I wanted to tell you the truth. I was sure you would join us willingly. I might have, but why didn't you try? Asher sighs and stares at the clouds around you. My father forbade it. He didn't trust you. He still doesn't. You don't need to follow him. Asher looks at you with more vulnerability than you've ever seen in him. He's my father. He's the king, and he taught me all I know. Yes, and if your father's a prick, you put him in his place. You're a better man than him. He snorts and shakes his head. I've had millenniums of people telling me otherwise. Sometimes I just wish for home. Your realm back in the island of Inferno? No, my true home, where my brothers and I played in the Silver Gardens and my mother sang me songs of the angels. Close your eyes, trying to imagine the place he's describing. Can you tell me more about it? Mr. Sighs, lost in faded memories. We're gifted with immortality, but a far more limited memory. There's only flashes left. I remember a palace of white and gold, spires that glow like the sun, and... He blinks back tears and shakes his head, wiping at his eyes with a sleeve. I'm sorry. Asher... It's okay to cry. He gently squeezes his arm. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not really how demon princes are supposed to act. Or men in general. You can just be yourself around me. Don't worry, Asher, I had a good cry last night myself. The time of year! Asher smiles gratefully and holds you close. He sighs. The griffin begins to descend back into the island. Asher, let me go home. Let me go back to Finn. You and your obsession with that man. Asher looks at you sorrowfully and shakes his head. Sometimes we can never go back. You know, imagine if chapters would just stop it. I have to say that's the one thing I like about choices is the fact that when it comes to an end, it's cue the ending, and then it's, you know, you move on. You know what I'm saying? You can choose to watch an ad or not. Most people, I'm sure 99.9% of people choose to watch the ad for the diamond. I'm sure of it. But chapters, for whatever bloody reason, has a different philosophy. So without further ado, as you can clearly see, I'm back to doing a little bit of chapters. Yay. Slowly and surely, I'll slowly build up the amount of chapters we have in the collection. So if you are looking forward to that, hey, make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell for notifications. And by the way, I'm working on more content than ever before. So please consider being a sponsor. All you got to do is hit that join button down below for just a small amount. You can get, you know, a title, emojis. You get a lot of cool stuff. Basically, when you hit join, it'll tell you all of the things you get. It's greatly appreciated. It goes to help to support the community. It goes to help to support me, my two special needs brothers, and things like that. But hey, you know what? If you're not able to, that's fine. You know, please just hit that share button, hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and leave a comment too. You know, let me know if you did and truly enjoy the content. And without further ado, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video, right? Peace.